Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your girl Juanita T. And if you have not subscribed, go ahead and do that right now. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds. Thank ya. Anyways, as you guys can see from the title, I am heading out to a mental wealth expo. And for those of you who have been here for some time, you probably have seen it, a video from last year actually about mental wealth exhibition that I went to, or event that I went to rather. But I deleted it. I deleted it because there were way too many copyrights, because I sent it through the YouTube processing app like you're supposed to, and everything came out just fine. And then a couple days later, it's telling me that I have all these copyrights, and it's not one of those minor copyrights where it doesn't affect your video. It was one of those really heavy copyrights. So I'm like, I don't want to keep that video on there. So this is my second chance to revive myself. It might not be the same type of video, but that's okay, or the same people I think going to be there, and that's okay. But at least I want to see, let you guys see what the vibe is for that event. Why does my makeup look so bright? Maybe it's the lighting, because the lighting is super bright, but I don't know. I can make it my makeup a little darker. But anyways, because I really don't want to be out here looking like Casper the ghost. Like, no, we're not doing that. So yeah, I get to do it again, which is great. I got to do it again. So this is my chance trying to record that event again. So last year, I'm just gonna give you guys an overview of what we did that weekend. I was gonna say what we did that day, but I'm gonna do what we did that weekend. So my friend and I decided to go to the event in New York, because it was in New York at the time. And we decided to stay a night. So we got a really nice hotel in downtown Manhattan, New York. And it was walking distance. The place was walking distance. The place that we also went to go eat was walking distance. So we had like a really good location, and the hotel was really nice too. And we had a nice view, a decent view, I would say. But yeah, it was in New York. The event was in New York. It is a free event hosted by Charlemagne the God. I don't know if you guys know him, but he is a well-known celebrity out here. And he had different people speaking on the panel. He also had different breakout rooms where they are talking about different topics of, just mental health in general. One of his guest celebrities was the Baby, that rapper. If you guys know, but and then he had psychologists, therapists, and all that on the panel. You get to ask questions from the audience. What else? It was for all ages pretty much, but of course, you're gonna see mostly older folks there. I would say 30s and up, but it was really nice to see folks that were in their 20s and up, right? Both men and women. So it's nice to see like a little bit of a younger age group supporting. So that was really nice to see. In between intermission, they did have a DJ. So the DJ played some, good vibing music. There were also people, selling their products, advertising, what they got going on as a company for themselves. So you can get like they were having like t-shirts of mental health quotes on it. They had what's it called, like stress balls that you can get. They gave that out for free, depending on what table you went to, of course. Not all tables had that, but So seeing that I'm in the mental health field, it's very interesting to go to this type of events. And shout out to my friend because she was the one who found it out. You guys seen her many times in my videos, so you know who I'm talking about by now. And if you have not subscribed to her YouTube, go ahead and do that. I will put it on the screen or in the description box below, so you guys can go hit that subscribe button. Thank you for the support for my girl. Um, but yeah, that was the overview for that event. So later that night, we went to a restaurant called Lagos. It was or is rather, an African Caribbean inspired theme restaurant. So I guess Nigerian to be specific, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's Nigerian to be specific, mixed with a little bit of Caribbean type flair. The DJ was good, the vibe was good. I mean, it was nice. Like I would actually go back. The food was amazing. Um, we did that, and we kind of like roam around the city a little bit because again, we were right in the heart of Manhattan. So, they had all these shopping stores and all of that. So we went to some of the stores. And then, we did the little ride around the city that those guys be having. And y'all, they got us. They got us. The reason why I said they got us is because we didn't really read properly and we thought like it was $8.99 for the ride itself, but it was $8.99 per minute. So when we were done, we were shocked. Like, and here he is just pointing to the sign. And I'm just like, this is how you guys get people. So please read or ask questions before just doing stuff. Okay. Yeah. So let's do that. But, anyways, other than that, it didn't ruin our night. We went to go get cheesecake. And I think I also recorded the cheesecake that we got just to do like a taste test when we got back to the hotel. So the next day when we were leaving, we just went out to breakfast. We found, I found this really nice restaurant. We were gonna go to Joe and the Juice. That's another well-known place that people buy like the tuna cotto. I think it's called the tuna cotto. But we didn't go there. I feel like we just felt so not tired, but like I guess full because we just ate. So we were like, should we still buy it and just like eat it later to just try it out? But then we are like, no. So we didn't end up trying it, but maybe another time because I do want to try it. I want to see like what's so serious about that tuna cotto at Joe and the Juice. So yeah, that was that. So that was that weekend. So now the event is being hosted now in New Jersey. I can't remember specifically what part. I think it's in Newark, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. But anyways, it's in New Jersey this year. So yes, we are going to drive down to New Jersey. So it is currently, I don't even know what time it is. I think it's like 6:30 or 6:45 right now. But I woke up early to hop in the shower so that I can have time like record because the event starts at 11 and ends at 4. So usually we don't stay till the end. We stay maybe an hour or two before it ends. So we stay a good amount of time. But I live in Massachusetts. She lives in Connecticut. And we still also have to stop and pick up her friend who is also in the mental health field as a therapist. So um, that's a really good vibe. I love that we're in the mental health field and going to events like this. So shout out to Charlemagne as well for having that event. So that's kind of cool. I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah, we have to stop and pick her up and then head out. So altogether, it's gonna take 3 hours to get there, but I have to drive 45 minutes to get to my friend in Connecticut to park my car. So it's going to be a lot of driving, and we're also just trying to get there on time. Last year, my friend and I, we got there at a decent time. I would say we got there. It started at 11, so we got there at 11:30. We still had to check in, park the car, and then walk across the street to the event. So we got there like 11:45, 12 o'clock or so, something like that. So an hour later, but we didn't miss the main folks, which is Charlemagne and the baby. Like we didn't miss them. So we ended up seeing them on stage, on the panel, talking and all of that stuff. And then, obviously we listened to the other folks telling their stories because there were people telling their stories as well. So I love doing this little wing liner. So we didn't miss that. So this time we're really trying to get there on time as well. If not 12, hopefully by 11 or 11:30. So especially since we have to do like a quick detour stop to get my homegirl's friend. So we want to make sure that we're really all on time so we don't miss too much of it. So this time my friend said she didn't want to stay overnight. She just wanted to be a day trip, which I'm fine with. I have no problem with that at all. What it is, whatever it is. I'm down for it, boo. I'm very easygoing. Whatever it is, it is. So just gonna do a day trip, and we found this restaurant in Brooklyn that we want to do, and it's kind of similar foods to the Lagos restaurant I just told you guys about. But we also found another restaurant similar to that, like a Caribbean fusion type inspiration. We found one in New Jersey as well. Yeah, so we found one in New Jersey so that we have options. So we'll see which one that we're gonna choose. We're most likely leaning to the one in Brooklyn because again, we have to go through New York to get to New Jersey. So from New Jersey, we gotta go through New York just to get back home. So either way, it's on the way. It's on the way back home, so it's fine. So we're gonna do that. So obviously, I am bringing my tripod and all the goods that I need to record, so you guys can like see the vibe and what it really was last year, even though it might not be the same exact same, but you know, so you can see the vibe. So I just bought these new lashes. It's a bit bolder. I wanted something a little bit bolder because I have these simple natural looking lashes, but I'm like, I want something just a little bit more pizzazz, a little bit more pizzazz. I had an idea of outfits of what I wanted to put together, and then once I got to the mall, I was indecisive. It's almost like as if like I don't even know what I want to do. So I bought some stuff, and whichever I choose, and then I'm just gonna return what I don't want. So I just did that. So I'll show you guys obviously the look. Of what I bought and try to take pictures and all of that and post it on the Instagram and post it on here as well because I like to kind of insert my photos in between my videos so you guys can see the full look. But I'll show you guys in a second what I bought. That also includes this really cute bracelet. I love the little cute little charms on there. And this necklace. It's wings with a cross on there, so something simple. And then I'll show you guys the little cute little earrings that I'm gonna wear. So I'm not trying to like overdo it. I try not overdoing it with jewelry sometimes. Because I don't like feeling like too much. But yeah. But there's no dress code for that event. There's no dress code. Oh my god, I just stick my finger in my eyes and now it's watering. There's no dress code for that event, but you know, for me, I like dressing up no matter really where I go. So I really wanted to put something together. But yeah, that is that is the vibe. Hopefully I give you guys a good overview. Oh my god. I've been talking for 15 minutes. Somebody actually said in the comments that on one of the videos from back home on my vacation. So if you haven't seen that, go ahead, pause this video, go look at it, and then you can come back. So I'm gonna give you some time to do that. Anyways, somebody said that they like the video. I just should talk more. But I'm just a type of person when I watch YouTube videos, I don't mind them talking, but also get to the point. Just show me, like I want to see. So I try to like balance less talking, but also talking at the same time. I don't know, but I can't please everybody. Like, I really can't do that. But as long as you guys enjoy my videos, that's all that matters. But I don't mind the feedback, so I wasn't mad at the person, at all. I replied. I love feedback just to see what I can do a little bit different next time. But yeah. Yo, I got my second nose piercing, so I have two. This one is a bit smaller than this one, just because he said that he couldn't use this one to pierce my nose, so he had to use something smaller. But I really just needed a new diamond, so I was like, it doesn't matter if it's a little bit off in sizing. So yeah, I just let it be that. But I always wanted two piercings so that I could have like a stud here and then one of the dangly earrings on the other side. So once this one is healed, I'm just gonna move this big one over here and then put the dangly one here. So yeah. So that's what's going on. I think it's cute. Okay, so let's finish up this makeup. Here's the one lash. It's actually not bad. It's not too crazy like I thought it was gonna be, even though I just wanted a little bit more. So it's not bad. I like it. I wanted a little bit more extra and I got a little extra, which is great. Which is really great. I hope my friend is awake. I spoke to her last night and I said, girl, you better get up on time and get ready. Her outfit is really cute though. Her outfit's really nice. She did like a full burgundy look for me once again. I had an idea and then all of a sudden I was indecisive once we got to that mall, okay? So I just bought stuff in hopes that it works out. I think I'm also gonna add my Van Cleef bracelets on top of these because I just feel like I just can't go anywhere with those bracelets. So I think I'm gonna bring those bracelets along just to do like another stack of bracelets onto this one. But yeah. And I just did press-ons. I think this is so cute. Like I've done like a stiletto slash almond shape or round shape before, but I haven't done it with French tips. And I haven't done French tips in forever, but that's how it's looking. And I really like it. It's very just cute, simple, girly, not too much. Okay. All of that. Anyways, ooh, I really like this. Maybe when I get my lashes done, I might have my lash tech do that next time I go home. Shout out to her though. She did an amazing job. My cousin actually goes to her. That's her lash tech. And I'm like, this is my first time doing this, so I trust you enough. Oh, these are the earrings. I didn't notice that I put them here. But yeah, these are the small earrings I was telling you guys earlier that I bought. Hopefully you can see it properly because the light, it's so bright here. So yeah, I like these little dainty earrings. So I think I'm gonna do like, I don't know which one yet, but I'm definitely gonna put this one in my second holes because I have two. But yeah, these are the other cute little earrings I bought because I noticed too that I have necklaces, but not enough to choose from. I have bracelets, but not enough to choose from. So I'm like, let me just add more to it. But yeah. Anyways, let me finish this really quick. And per usual, watch me do my makeup. And then I'll show you guys the rest and we gotta get going. So let me show y'all what I bought. And I don't know if I'm gonna wear it. So I bought this from, where did I buy this? I think I bought this at Marshall's, right? So the leather and the color and the texture and even the plaid print caught my attention, including the pockets, right? Caught my attention. So I was just like, it's a little cropped, not too much. And I really like that. And then in terms of another jacket, I bought this one at H&M, but this one is more basic, which is fine because like I said, I'm trying to be dressy, but not too dressy. But I think I'm leaning towards this one. More this one, but we'll see how the outfit come together. And then at H&M, I also bought these cute little number. I love the kitten heel of it. And I'm gonna wear it with this bag, my favorite Coach bag right now, with the red, what's it called, accessory on there, the cherry accessory. So it can match with the shoe. So that's my plan. And then I got some Fashion Over jeans that came in the other day. So I'm like, maybe I should just wear that, which is this one. And I haven't worn jeans that had the cut at the knee in a long time, a little bit of cutting right here as well. And then the end of it looks like this. And it's really long. It actually touches the ground, which is what I wanted. So on the shoe, when I tried it on last night, like it kind of like over, like it covers up majority of the shoe if I want to put it, you want to put it that way. And then I have this black bodysuit that I'm going to wear. It's really, really, really nice. So yeah, I'm gonna put it together in hopes that it comes out really good. My hair's already done, so I'll show you guys how my hair is. And yeah, be right back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I'm back. And I'm indecisive. It's not funny, but I'll tell you guys what I'm laughing, but I'm indecisive for the earrings because I don't know if I want to wear this one or that one. Let me put it in. Or this simple one. I can't make up my mind. But I think I might go with this one because these two are already close with each other. And I would still pair these together with no problem. Like I would still pair them together. But, you know, I need something to pop out a little more today than this one. I like these two together, but I don't know. Comment down below. Which one do you think I should have worn? I don't know. I couldn't decide, but I think I'll go with this one because I need something a bit brighter, bigger. And I have the outfit on. It looks really, really cute. But I was trying to avoid wearing a bra. But I totally forgot this bodysuit don't really have much support. So, yeah. If like I wore it when I went home, I think you guys saw it when I showed you guys my travel outfit when I was going home. And that's what I wore. And it fit really nice. But, you know, that was vacation. And I was like, okay, whatever. I get. Or however it looks. Like I didn't really bother with it. But now that I'm going to an event, I don't know. I was trying to avoid wearing one. I don't want to wear it today. I want it to feel a little bit free. I don't know. Let me go wear this so you guys can see a little better, I guess. I really like it though. I really like it. And I think like it's definitely gonna look good with my bag when I lay it across. But I'm gonna make this strap a little shorter. Just a tad bit. But I also don't want to hide it too much. So maybe it's okay. Maybe it's fine. I don't know. Let me lower this to show you guys again. Maybe it's fine. It should be okay. And then once I'm done with everything, I'll show you guys the shoe soon in a second. But I might take the jacket off and then put the bag on because I don't like when the bag is pressing against the jacket. But anyways, let's do the hair. And these are the Van Cleef bracelets I was telling you guys that I always wear. So I think I want to do a stack on this hand and nothing on this hand. So I'm trying to do, oh, they're the earrings. So I went with this one. So there, I'm just trying to do less jewelry, not too much jewelry. And I think I put way too much lip gloss because my lips feel sticky, very sticky. So this is the hairdo. I've never done this style before with everything coming to the side in Bantu knots and with some of these out. So I've never done this style before. This was my first time actually doing that for myself. And as you guys know, I do my own hair until I go home, and then I have my own stylist do my hair when I'm home. Because I always try to find this fancy hairstyle that I know she can do, and she always eat. Okay, she always eat. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to do something where this thing stays on the side because I always be having to fix it every 2 seconds. But I don't know. At the same time, I really don't want no pins in my hair to keep it to the side. But yeah, that's how it looks. You guys like it? I like it. So we're gonna do my edges. It's not much edges out, but I just want to brush these little babies right here. And then put a little spray on it so that it stays. And it's a bit chilly outside, so when it's cold or I have something cold to spray onto my edges, it usually lasts longer when I use like a freeze spray. And when it's cold outside, yeah. But in the heat, sometimes you have to find like the best product for your edges to last in the heat because everything just melts off and your edges go back looking crazy. So yeah. Because sometimes some of the edge controls I use, it leaves the white residue, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Not at all. All right, so I'm gonna put these bracelets in my bag because my friend is the one who puts it for me. These ones were easy to put on myself, so I have no problem putting this on, but these are too many bracelets to put on all at once, and I don't think I have the patience right now, so she usually do them. She usually put them on for me. So I'm gonna wait to do that. So now let me put my shoes on so that we can get going really soon because I'm actually good on time though. I'm good on time. I'm doing really good. That's why I wanted to get up early enough so I can talk to y'all and tell you what my day is gonna be. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'll put my shoes on. Okay, here it is. So it's really, really long. Touches the ground. But seeing that there's like a little bit of a heel on there, it is gonna come a little bit shorter. Like the jeans are gonna look a little bit shorter. But what I wanted, the look I wanted was I wanted to be crinkly at the bottom. It's not gonna hide my feet like I intended to, but that is okay. Maybe when I'm taking photos, I just have to adjust it every single time. But that's how I initially wanted the look to be. But yeah, I just wanted the red as a pop of color. So I think they're looking cute. And I actually have to leave the house like right now because again, I'm good on time, but I really wanted to be on time. And then also I had another idea with the collar. I was gonna put it up like this, but I'm like, is it gonna actually stay up like that? Is it? We'll see. We'll see. But yeah. Anywho, I'll catch you guys either when I get to my friend's house or at the event. The scent of the day. My Versace is almost done, but it's a mini bottle, so I mean, I'm not surprised. And then I have the Valentino. So, let me see. What do I want to wear today? I don't even know. My gosh. I don't know. I'll do the Valentino. I'm going to take it with me too because you can't have too much spray, okay? So I'm going to take it with me. Anyways, let's go. We really got to go. I'm excited. Not used to thinking about food. Please send it to me. No, that's all right. Well, now you got that change. Vlog anything? Huh? I said you don't want to vlog anything? That's why I was just like, where is she? Because I heard you say thank you to someone. I'm like, oh, she's leaving. Oh, shit. What is that? Nigel.
Let's go. All right. Y'all post that. Make sure you tag iHeartRadio and Mental Wealth Alliance. All right. Okay.
It makes the national conversation, and that's kind of a myth that one size fits all approach to self-care. That's not just for everybody. It looks different for different people.
I love that. But Elliot, I want you to counteract that. Go ahead from a psychotherapist.
I mean, I don't necessarily have anything to counteract that per se, but I think the biggest myth about Black mental health is the white world doesn't think we care about mental health. It doesn't think we care about things like self-care. And I was stunned when I was in graduate school, literally studying multiculturalism and psychotherapy, and the textbooks actually say Black people won't come to therapy, and if they do come to therapy, they will be resistant. I'm actually taught that in graduate school, which is 100% not true, but that is probably the biggest myth that I see about our mental health in this community. Still teaching? Somebody said that?
Well, for me, they you know, as a Black man, they say we're unbreakable. They say we don't feel pain. You know, they say that we're tough, we can go through anything. But, you know, I always tell people silence is golden. You know, being able to capture all the emotions and eventually bringing it out, whether it's through prayer or whether it's through crying. Because that's another one, you know. They say you don't cry, that's your weakness. That you're losing respect. But I tell all men, whether they're Black, whether you're white, Puerto Rican, Mexican, I say make sure that you release that. Crying is a releaser. You know, it's a cleansing.
Facts.
You understand me? Because it really is. I love crying. I cry at good movies. Shit, I cry at Big Daddy. But I tell them to release that. It's a cleansing because when you do, you feel so good. And then you started to realize what's going on. Your mind come back together. You know, when it's being clouded and so much going on. You know, and you know, we have to take initiative as men to go out there and get the help and stop being so tough. We don't have to be tough no more. We can sit back, we can relax, we can talk about mental health.
Cultural practices that many of us are now rediscovering. How does culture guide your healing philosophy?
Culture is the pathway. Culture is the way. There's hip-hop culture. There's plantation culture. Then there's liberation culture. And that's why I come in at with Sacred Woman. Sacred Woman and Men Heal Thyself, they come together because if you have a healthy woman and a healthy man, you have a healthy community. But there's a pathway to it. There's what do we do to get that health? We do our meditation, we do our prayers, we use food as medicine. The very foundation of my work is to use plant-based living. So that's African culture. When I did my research on writing the book Sacred Woman, I realized that everything that we call holistic is actually African natural lifestyle. So I used the African natural lifestyle, Ma'at, to actually be the paradigm, to make a paradigm shift from a sick mind, body, and spirit to a well mind, body, and spirit. And so we go from gateway to gateway, which are actually the cosmology of your own life. So from food as medicine, to movement as medicine, to family healing as medicine, that is the medicine that gets us on our path to wellness. That's the culture.
Love it. Serene, in your work with families, how do you incorporate culturally responsive care?
You know, culture defines how we experience pain and healing. And in therapy, you know, it's not a one-size-fits-all. So it's important that I help families and parents, you know, reconnect to their culture. When parents come to me, you know, sometimes they're just overwhelmed. And immediately they think, well, maybe I need to do what my mom did, even though it may have been painful sometimes. And I share with them, you can preserve culture, but you can redefine it, right? So let's, you know, take it apart and then pull out pieces that are helpful, that feel safe, and then utilize that part of your culture and integrate into everyday life and how you parent your child.
I love that. And Dr. Puma, how does medicine evolve when we allow culture and community to inform how we deliver care? I think it's really important for the community to hear it from you, because I feel oftentimes when we go into the physician's office, we hear a lot of, don't do this, don't do that, you can't have this rice and beans, and it's like, okay, but I eat rice and beans every day. Right now in Valley Cottage, New York, there is rice and beans on my mother's stove, even though maybe she made a lasagna. So how do you interact with these patients?
That's a great question. I think the biggest challenge we have today in healthcare has been the corporatization of healthcare. You know, while the Affordable Care Act was supposed to give everyone insurance and solve many issues, what it really did was it ended up pushing most physicians now to work for big systems. And so what we've lost is that consensual relationship between the patient and the doctor. Because the way you break those barriers down, and I've been practicing many years, and it takes a while, but after a while you realize it's not my job to tell the patient how smart I am. It's my job, because God gave me 2 ears, to listen more and to talk less. But in our current environment, you know, doctors have 10 or 15 minutes to see a patient, or you have a physician extender seeing the patient who then reports to the physician. So my experience is, and by the way, with respect to culture, culture is a two-way street. I see patients of many different cultures, and the worst thing I could do is stereotype them, right? If you see a patient who's Spanish, for instance, not all Spanish people come from the same place, and they have, although all Dominicans have rice and beans every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so don't be mad at me, that's just the way it is. But it's a two-way street, and really the only way is to spend time listening, understanding the people you're caring for, understanding their social situation, and never making judgments about them. So I never say, don't do this or don't do that.
Yeah, agreed. I always say in our practice, I'm never going to take anything away from you. I'm just going to show you how to do it. This makes people trust us. Okay, soul healing often happens in the community. So what role do culture, spirituality, or collective traditions play in restoring mental wellness? Anita, you often speak about storytelling as communal medicine. So how do shared narratives help us heal?
Yes, absolutely. So I believe, and many of us believe, that our medicine has been passed down by storytelling for millennia. Millennia. This is how we learn our lessons. And speaking of culture, since we were talking about culture, a lot of times our medicine as culture has been stripped away from us only to be sold back to us. So all we gotta do is ask our grandparents, like, oh, well, what herb did you use to heal this, right? They know the medicine is in our family. When we disconnect from our ancestors, when we don't remember who we are then at the mercy of the medicines that are being sold to us that a lot of times are actually poison to our system. Not even tested on us. So basically all that to say is that we have the answers inside. If we connect to our ancestral gifts that have been passed down, we can connect to those answers.
Queen Afua, you've built...
Faking, which she thought I was faking, but I wasn't. 10 o'clock in the morning when the test was over, I felt great. I wanted to go outside. The mind controls the body, but the reverse is also true. The body controls the mind. So many diseases, postpartum, post-heart attack, post-bypass surgery, 20% risk of depression. It affects your daily life, and in so many ways. So they are connected. There's no way to break them apart.
You guys better go see Dr. Puma in the city. I'm telling you that now. Serene, how do emotions show up physically in the families that you're serving?
You know, when parents are bringing their children to us, oftentimes children are complaining about stomach aches and headaches. And this is associated to overwhelming and intense emotions that they can't find words to. So in therapy, we're utilizing well parent raises a well child. And so when we talk about the mind, body, and spirit, it's important that parents understand that they are part of their child's own mental health healing and wellness. It's important that parents, that when you are signing your child up for soccer or whatever that sport is, look at yourself. What movement or exercise are you signing up for yourself? When you are making that appointment for the pediatrician, ask yourself, have I made my appointment for my physical exam, my mammogram, my cardiologist, my dietitian? These are the things that you have to look at, parents, when you're bringing your child for therapy or when you're noticing that your child is struggling. So holistic healing is not only about attributing it to your child, but attributing it to you. Because when you embrace the philosophy of a well parent raises a well child, you're not only healing yourself, you're healing your child, the family, and the community. Yes, thank you. I love that. I see this all the time. Mothers will call me and say, I'm having a hard time breastfeeding. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I said, the child doesn't need to be breastfed. The child needs his mother to be happy, calm, cool, collected. Don't worry about it. And they're like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm absolving you. I breastfed both of my kids for 1 year each. Doesn't matter. I promise, guys. Okay. Anita.
Yes.
We explored the deeper spiritual and systemic layers of wellness. So I just want to bring it back to the daily. So for you, how does nutrition, movement, and mindfulness intersect into mental wellness?
That's a beautiful question, because all of it, all of the different layers of our existence, for me, what I do for my clients is I have them pick weekly a mind, body, and soul goal. Something that is small, something that is attainable. When we pick small goals and we attain them, something rewires in our mind because we feel like, oh my gosh, I did it. Even if it's like when I wake up, I'm gonna take a nice deep breath and say one thing that I'm grateful for. And if you do that for a week, something changes, right? And then you continue to do it, we begin to really grow on all of the different levels, mind, body, and soul. Everything is connected. As we see each part of us healing and growing, we're going to see it happen in all of the levels. So that is really the holistic part of the healing.
I love that. I think this panel is so amazing, and we were so lucky to be with everyone. This panel brought a lot of cultural resonance and communal, and it's deeply personal for me, so I'm so glad I was able to be a part of it. So in these last 30 seconds, each one of you, what is one thing, sentence, word, book that everyone here can go and do or grab or consume that is going to help them on their holistic journey? Starting with you.
4 agreements.
Food is medicine.
Amen.
What you create your mind, your heart, your spirit, your relationships. I have 7 books. It's a 7-book series. Food is medicine. That will put you on your path.
Cool.
Start from your kitchen lab.
Anita.
Awesome. Remember who you really are. Listen to yourself. This is my book that came out this year, The Wind on Her Tongue.
Serene.
I'll say again, a well parent raises a well child, and connect with Orchard Group Counseling for holistic wellness.
Amazing. And Dr. Puma?
I would just tell everyone, get up, take a brisk walk around the block. Just one.
I love that. I will tell everyone this, right? In the 20 seconds that you have. When you look at someone and you don't think you relate to them in any capacity, then look deeper. And then you'll find how you relate to them, and then the world is probably going to be a better place. Thanks.
So you're a senior at Howard. My question to you, are you dating?
No. No, I am not.
Okay, have you dated?
Yes, I have.
You have dated, okay. And then I'm gonna have you go, and then I'm gonna bring this question to you guys. Morgan, right? And you.
Yasmin.
Listen, I know y'all, but they don't know y'all.
How y'all doing? My name is Yasmin Jamila. I'm the CEO and founder of Transparent Black Girl. We are a global community dedicated to Black women healing, owning their power, and easing into wellness. Make sure you follow us across social media. I've been running my brand for almost 6 years, and so we host quarterly events, and we also have a really strong digital community presence where we talk about all the things, including healing and relationships. So I'm honored to be here today. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. So, you say you have dated, Morgan. So the first question and it's kind of hard for me to ask this question to a 21-year-old. And no pun intended. How do you prioritize your mental health in your relationship? When you were in a relationship, how did you prioritize your mental health?
I think it's important to give context. I'm the oldest daughter, and I'm the only daughter, so that comes with like its own set of things to think about when you're like going into a relationship. And when I was in one, I think one of the things that was really important to me was like I'm pretty independent, so like keeping my independence while also making sure that I'm giving myself to the person enough that like they still feel valued. So for me, that really looked like knowing when to set boundaries like pretty early and saying like, these are the things that I really care about you, I want to make sure that we can do together, but there are going to be times when like I need a break or I may need to like be by myself, and like saying that early and making those boundaries very clear was something that was like super important to me and like made it able for us to like be healthy and like together for a while.
Wow, that is so good, Morgan. Now, I want to backtrack because some of y'all, for some of you, when you hear I need a break, some of y'all break. Now, let's clarify that because somebody today is going to say, babe, I need a break. Is that break like I just need some time to myself, or that break means I'm finna slide over here into Keisha's DM that I've been checking out? I'm just being honest. So when you had that discussion about needing a break, what was that for you?
I had to go into it with a lot of confidence because one of the things that I was like worried about was, if I said this, is it gonna change the course of our relationship? Are we still gonna be able to like enjoy each other the way that we have without having had this conversation early? So it was definitely going into it with a level of confidence and also being clear, like very clear. A break does not mean we're going to other people. A break just means
There it is.
I
That's
need
what I was looking
time.
for.
Yeah, no, a break is not anyone else. A break is just what it is, a break.
Did y'all hear that? Brothers, did y'all hear that? Break does not mean going to somebody else. Break just means we just need to kind of give each other a little space. And let me say this. I think breaks are very healthy in relationships, and I'm so glad that you clarified that, because sometimes breaks give you guys time to really see each other. Sometimes when you so close up on each other, you can't see each other. And sometimes the break creates space so you can identify where you guys are emotionally, where you guys are mentally. I think the biggest challenge that we have today is we have people going into relationships but don't understand how to relate. I'm gonna say that again. You're in a relationship without understanding how to relate. And I'll give you this other piece of wisdom. The relationship you have with yourself will determine the relationship you have with others. So I think that's important for us to really to really elaborate on that, because so many people are trying to navigate these dating streets. Some people say there's pee in the pool. I'm serious. Some people are saying the pool is contaminated. Some people are saying men don't want to date, they don't want to go up to women, they don't want to do all those things. I want to hear from you. At 32, do you feel that dating today is harder than previous years, and why?
Definitely. I think just by nature of like social media, right? Like now you can be on the apps, right? You're on the apps, you're being lazy. There's a lot more opportunity for you to swipe and look online versus, you know, now what they call it, meeting folks in the wild, you know, like going out, actually meeting people. Like, you know, I think the pandemic also as well, you know, has an effect on that. People are not going outside as much. You're leaving your job. If you're working a 9 to 5, you're going back home. You're not really being as social. And even just in like parties, like I went to a wine bar the other day and I literally watched the event, and the women were sitting on one side of the bar, the men were sitting on the other, and like there was no interaction whatsoever. And I was like, this is not what it was like to go out, you know, like in my 20s. Like it was a totally different experience. So I definitely think that is different, but I also think in terms of mental health, like one of the things that I think for me in terms of dating is that's top of my list is dating someone with emotional intelligence, you know, and making sure that we're both self-aware. That's something that's very important to me.
Like I said,
think
that
now,
BK
like, as conversations about therapy and healing and all that are happening, like that we have more knowledge, I would say, than we had maybe 10 or 15 years ago. But there's also, you know, I think a slower pace sometimes for certain people in terms of like wanting to be open to therapy. So I think if you can just start with being with someone or dating people with just the same level of emotional intelligence as you, or someone that's even committed to unlearning. Because as we grow, we're learning, but there's also unlearning too, right? And I think as we get older, you know, we can become very, you know, well, this is how I am, this is the way I am, right? But are you committed to unlearning as well? So I would say that's something that's really important to me too.
Oh, I love it, man. Y'all are killing it. In relationship, because no one knows how to manage what they're feeling. So when they feel, it all comes out. And if you don't have a healthy way of managing how you feel and have the awareness to know what to do with what you feel, because if we're honest, feelings may be real, but are they really accurate? Because they change it like this New York weather. I mean, oh, we're in Jersey, I'm sorry. It's changing like this weather. So it's important to know that. I want to ask you guys, what are some effective ways to communicate your needs and feelings without causing conflict? And particularly for black folks. I'm gonna tell you why, because sometimes we can be honest and people get mad because you're honest. She said, oh my God, say it! Sister, I'm praying for you because you sound like you in something. I'm praying for you. I don't understand, I overstand. So what are some effective ways to communicate without making it seem like I'm...
Yeah, so I haven't had a good crash out in a while. You know, thanks to therapy, God is good, you know? No, seriously. So when you said crash out, like I think for myself, so I'm also an oldest daughter. You know, one time for the oldest daughters, that's a whole other level of responsibility. Honestly, I feel like as the oldest daughter, like I'm 30, but I'm really like 55 up here, okay? Like seriously. Like just that level of just responsibility in itself. But I think ultimately, I'm an oldest daughter. I'm also an Aries. And we also which means I got that fire. And so it takes a lot for me. I think just as I've grown, as I've matured, just learning before I respond. Not even just in relationships, right? Because I also think that it happens across the board. But I think as it pertains to relationships, if you want to be in a relationship with calm, with, everybody talks about like be your peace, right? But like, are you peaceful? Like, are you a peaceful person? Right? And if you want to be in a peaceful relationship, that means you have to be peaceful as well. And so I'm committed across the board, from relationships to my friendships to business, to having uncomfortable conversations in a peaceful manner. Because a lot of times what happens is if you're finding yourself in situations of conflict, you're upset. And so if you're upset, you might not get across what you're trying to say in the best way. And so just taking a step back and asking myself, like, what is the goal of this conversation? Is the goal for my feelings to be heard no matter what? Or is it to have a resolution? And so I really do try to choose my words carefully. Because, I can get a little feisty, so I just try to have to calm myself.
Please choose them carefully. Morgan?
I mean, I would just echo everything she said, and I think the only thing I would add is just, I always, whether it's like romantic relationships, just friendships, if we're having some type of discourse, I always want to ask, like, am I here to listen, or am I here to like actually speak and give advice in the situation? And you have to set that clearly, because if I jump in and give you advice that you don't want to hear, then like this can go in a very different direction. So making sure that I ask that question on top of everything you just said is probably the best way to have like those important conversations, while also making sure that everyone feels like heard and valued when you're actually speaking to each other.
Man, y'all clap it up for these young ladies. They are clapping some wisdom. One of the things that I think that is important is when you're in a relationship and there is conflict, and I know, particularly if you grew up in a household where you did not feel seen and you did not feel heard, you can find it very difficult if somebody says, I need a moment to process. I highly encourage you that when you are here, let the person know, hey, I'm here and I think we should revisit it. That's healthy. I don't think that's toxic, because we're calling things that are toxic that are really healthy. I think it is healthy for someone to say, listen, give me a moment and allow me to breathe, allow me to process, allow me to walk away. And here's the thing, this goes for both men and women. When that person walk away, please don't chase that person. Now, I need to talk about this now. I'm not going to bed. My mama told me we don't go to bed angry. Listen, you're going to have to adopt some new tools if you want a healthy relationship, because the truth be told, the majority of us did not see healthy model in our homes. You don't get healthy just because you say you want healthy. You get healthy because you begin thinking healthy, and that leads to behaving healthy. It's healthy because the last thing you want to do is say something that you don't really mean out of anger. And I'm gonna give you this nugget, ladies. This is how us men work. All the brothers can back me up on this. When you hit below that belt, it's hard to get that brother back. Because I can forgive you, but I can't unhear what you said. And to the brothers, and I'm gonna say this because as a therapist, I've had to work with so many people that have experienced infidelity. When that happens, she may say she forgive you, but she's never going to forget how that pain felt of betrayal. And too many times, we go into relationships with our arms up like we're entering a fight rather than our arms open like we're ready to embrace each other.
So rather than standing shoulder to shoulder as partners, we're standing face to face as sparring partners. So we have to really shift the dynamic of how we see ourselves so we can see each other better in relationships. Because conflict is normal in relationships. This whole, if he got it, ladies, listen, I gotta say this. If a brother challenges you on something, that's not sassy. Stop calling us sassy because we're challenging you. Stop it. Men are starting to open up. Let us open up. Because before we open up, girl, he won't talk. I don't know what he feeling. Tyrell, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Oh, he don't want to talk. Like, now we talking, allow us to process it. We don't talk like you guys. Allow us to process it. We're all just trying to understand this thing. Last question before we close. I'm excited about this question. Vulnerability. Ooh, somebody said Jesus.
Jesus. Damn it. Because I just
Morgan,
said that to
how important is vulnerability to you?
Very important, because if I need to talk to you about something, I need you to do the same thing to me. Like, that's a level of trust that I feel like everyone needs in any type of relationship, not just romantic. Like, you can't be in such a intense emotional connection with someone and not be willing to kind of open up and share with them if you expect it to last and grow together. So I think it's probably one of the most important things.
Oh, that's good.
It's very important, but I also think you should know when to be vulnerable as well.
Come on, say that again.
You need to know when it's time to be vulnerable, right? You don't want to be on the first date talking about childhood trauma, right?
Please,
seriously.
Because I'm going to get up and I'm going to say, have a nice night.
Because
please don't tell me what happened at 10.
Because essentially and not only that, essentially what happens is that when you're vulnerable with someone too soon, what happens is then you create a trauma bond, right? And so you feel emotionally connected to this person and you feel like, oh, we have this vibe. Like, no, you opened up to this person way too soon. And now you have what is called a false sense of intimacy. And so you want to make sure that you're building something with someone and that you're sharing in a safe space. And so that to me is more important than the vulnerability. Is is this a safe environment for me to be vulnerable in? Am I safe here? Is this a person that can hold space for this? Or is this someone that's just gonna listen and tell me something that happened to them too? And you just wanna make sure that you're in the right situation, right? You don't wanna be just opening up to everyone. You wanna make sure that your vulnerability, your story, your trauma, your pain, all of that is in the right hands. So you just wanna make sure that you pace yourself as you're opening up.
Ooh, man, that girl, y'all, listen, I got y'all going because I was like, man, they young, they don't know nothing about love. But I was doing that because I was wanting to pull it out of me. Man, I love what you guys shared. I think it's so critical because here's the thing. Before you are vulnerable, you want to make sure that that person has the capacity to hold your vulnerability. Because if you do not have the capacity and the mental wherewithal, you'll take my vulnerability and exploit it. And it's just like anything else, right? You know how you look across the street and you know how you look before you cross the street? Even though that walking sign on, somebody probably get the memo that the light is red. You want to do the same thing in a relationship. And let me tell you this, safe does not tell you it's safe. You identify safe. You know, when people come to me, man, this is a safe space, man, you open up, I know it's not. I know it's not, I can't trust it. It's almost like somebody tells me, I'm really a good person. No, you're a demon. Because you don't have to say that it's safe. You can identify that it's safe. And let me give you this other tidbit that I think that is important. I say this often to the brothers. I'm always transparent, but I am selectively where I am vulnerable. And brothers, I want you to take this with you. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to give you something too, ladies. We all know the story of Samson. You do not want to give your information to the wrong woman who do not have your best interests. And she take what you shared and weaponize against you, and now you find yourself in an emotional blackmail where what you shared is now being used against you. So brothers, be careful. Because let me tell you something, like, there's some brothers out here that's really looking to be loved. And sometimes we can be open too soon because it feels so good. One thing about safe is not about feeling good, it's about feeling seen and heard without judgment. Ladies, be careful how you share yourself, because sometimes you think sharing yourself is going to get you his heart. This is for both of us. If we want more healthy relationships in the black community, we have to become healthy as individuals first. And healthy does not mean that you have to become perfect, because you don't get what you want out of a relationship, you get who you are. You get who you are. Relationships are mirrors. So if you want healthier from other people, you have to become that. You have to embody peace. Brothers, I hear brothers all the time, I just want her to be at peace. Man, create that peace within yourself, good brother. That way you can identify the hell in her. And vice versa, ladies. Create that security within yourself first, so you can identify the insecurity within him. Too many times we're giving to people who don't have the capacity, and then we're disappointed. So if you want healthy relationship, and it's not just about finding love, relationships is really about finding you. And we're out of time. Y'all have some last remarks, because I'm looking at this clock, and I just want to make sure I be respectful and make sure iHeart bring me back again. Closing words, 30 seconds. What do you want to say to the audience?
Prioritizing your mental health will literally change your life. I would not be here on this stage if I did not prioritize myself. So you can follow our work that we do. We do work for not just for black women, but also black men and our collective. So you can follow us at Instagram, Transparent and Black, and you'll find our pages on all platforms. Thank you.
You heard it?
Boy, come on, HU!
I think the last thing I would just say is make sure that you're aware of like who around you deserves what it is you're willing to give them, not just your vulnerability, but also just like you as a person. Do they deserve your time? Do they deserve your energy? And do they deserve to be in your space?
Y'all cooked today. Thank you guys. And listen, I'm gonna leave you with this. Your thoughts are going to determine your experiences. If you don't think any better about yourself, you won't have any better experiences. And that is attached to your mental health. Y'all give these ladies a round of applause.
Oh, no, I'm just saying thank you to Noah, man. We really appreciate y'all. Thank you to the 5th Annual Mental Health Expo. I couldn't do any of this without this woman right here, Dr. Alfie Orlando. She is absolutely positively the reason that we're able to put this together every year. Thank you, brothers like Jason, for always showing up, man. And hopefully we'll be here again in Newark next year. And I want y'all to leave here and tell other people in the community about this event. So next year we can have triple the amount of people in here, because we're doing this for y'all. Like, you know, the reason I want this event to be free, we got all these sponsors here, and so all of y'all can get to these services and these resources, because, you know, the hardest thing you hear people say when you talk about therapy and mental health is that, you know, they don't have access to the resources. So hopefully y'all learn something from these people that were on this panel today. You know, y'all take that and go out to the community and get started on the healing journey. And if you don't get started this year, hopefully you'll get started again next year. And hopefully we can continue to do more things like this in the city of New York.
Where?
So where we came from, I would give it a 10-10. So I ordered a dessert that is supposed to be black cake. Where I'm from, it's supposed to be actually black with rum. Okay, so this is what it looked like. What you call it? Light skin?
Light skin cake.
Yeah, light skin cake.
Light skin rum.
So we're gonna do a taste test because I don't know. This might bring it down to like an 8 or 9 out of 10 overall, but we'll see. 1, 2, 3. It's good, but it's definitely not.
What's the stuff in it? It's like mouthwashy.
They said they put what's that creamy alcohol called?
Rum chata?
No, but I forgot the name of it. But it's like a creamy rum that you can just drink without mixing.
Baileys?
Yes, that. So they put Baileys
inside of the cake?
On top of it, just on top to make it moist, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But I like it, so I guess I'll give it still keep it a 10 out of 10. What do you guys think for the restaurant?
I don't think I'm a
You're very nice.
person.
Because I'm not that damn high at all.
It's not a 7.
A 7 out of 10?
Yeah.
Really? Oh.
The chicken would just taste like fried food. It didn't
Oh,
taste like fried.
Oh, my food,
not
like my red snapper with the jollof fries.
Like
the jollof fries, I'll give it a 2 out of 10 for them trying, but it wasn't that. But the
Did you like it?
the snapper,
I did, but I
the
think
snapper,
better.
10 out of 10. The plantains, 7 out of 10. The whatever sauce they had with the coconut shrimp, 10 out of 10. The mac and cheese, 8, 9 out of 10. Yeah. This rum cake. No, but my food was good though. But I gave them a 2 out of 10 for the jollof rice because it was
overall though. What do you think it is?
Oh, overall,
Yeah.
with the price and everything, yeah, 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to
That
go?
makes sense
I don't
because
know.
like the jollof rice I've tasted better and she knows how to make some good ass jollof rice
have to try
from where
my
she's
jollof
from.
rice then.
Yeah.
So that is true. Maybe I
'Cause I
shouldn't
only
give them
had it,
such
I
a
think
high
one
rate.
time, so I wouldn't know.
Maybe I'll do an 8 out of 10 because I did like
And
my
yeah.
calamari and my fish and everything else. And the jollof they tried, like it had still had flavor though. But
Yeah.
yeah, you wanted to tell yours?
Okay, let me go because I'm not gonna be mean. The mac and cheese, I would give it a 7 out of 10 because was that supposed to be southern? It said southern. It was classified as southern, so it was not southern at all. It tasted like some like Longhorn or some shit. Like it was American, whatever, but it wasn't Black American or southern at all. And the chicken, it was straight. But I have 2 pieces of chicken still, and they only served me 2 pieces of chicken, so that means I picked at it. So I would give that a 7 out of 10 too because it was basic. It wasn't nasty. It was straight. And then
You get the job done.
the collard greens, it was I think everything just got the job done. So that's why I said 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna trash them. They did decent.
Yeah.
I like the ambiance.
The ambiance was good. I'll give them
Exactly.
that.
It was a good vibe.
Yeah.
And the drinks were decent. So yeah.
I think I'll go with what they said. Yeah, that's it.
You had to think about a little bit more now.
Yeah. I did.
Because the mac and cheese, it was straight, but it didn't taste like southern. It tastes like a steakhouse or something, you know?
Yeah, that's
it was
true. Like,
classified under southern, but it wasn't like flavored like a southern.
because I don't go as deep as you, so I think it's like once I taste it, I'm like, okay, it's fine, it's good.
Right, it is
You know?
straight.
But like if you compare and do all that, yeah, I get it. I get it. But you know, the cake was good though. This cake is good. It's okay. I guess it's their own type of rum cake.
Yeah,
They want to call it their rum cake. Anyway,
Rum cake.
that's our review.